Welcome back to the second hour, Friday, February 21st, 2014. Breaking news reported in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology, or investigative, if you're from England. Discovery, sunbathing feels so good, and it's good for you, too, according to new research out of Scotland, of all places, to do research on sun exposure. Just 20 minutes of UV sunlight lowered blood pressure by a small but significant amount in study volunteers. So this means, how about that? Sunlight lowers your blood pressure, and that beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Let's tread on down to Alabama now and see what Anthony's up to. Hey, Anthony, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hey, Doc, how's everything?
Everything is really great, man. How's everything down in Bama?
I'm trying to save the world, Dr. Glidden, trying to save the world.
There is no try, there is only do or do not, Anthony.
That's it, sir. I got a young military man, and he's got bipolar, PTSD, stage 2, and depression.
Yeah.
About 6'2" and 210 pounds.
Okay, so the first thing we do when we're supporting the optimal function of the body in someone who has depression is give them blood sugar support, because often it's a simple blood sugar problem. And if you want to experiment with this on yourself, this is a really tough thing to do, because the brain doesn't have any perspective on its own self. I mean, you can be, it's hard to get a purchase on what's happening in your own brain in the moment, because you're so wrapped up in what's going on. But if you want to do an experiment, eat a ton of sugar. Go get 3 Butterfinger bars, 3 Milky Way bars, get a whole bag of jelly beans and eat the whole thing. Just eat the whole thing. Eat them all. And then set your watch, and then every 20 minutes, check in with yourself and see how you feel. You're going to feel funky. You're going to feel short-tempered. You're going to feel depressed. You're not going to feel like doing anything. Oh, woe is me. Why did I get up? The life sucks. The world's a dark, horrible place, all because of blood sugar and insulin things. It's mostly insulin that makes people feel like this, not blood sugar. Mostly insulin, but it's triggered by sugar. So oftentimes, helping someone to stabilize their body's ability to metabolize blood sugar it's a wonderful thing and goes a long way towards helping to cut the mood stuff off at the knees. Now, so the Healthy Blood Sugar Pack, number 1. Number 2, because of the bipolar issue, we give more essential fatty acids to support and promote the central nervous system function. So that would be 1 Healthy Blood Sugar Pack, 1 extra bottle of EFA+. And because of the post-traumatic stress, there's 2 things we add on to that. 1 is 1 extra bottle of Beyond Osteo FX. And the last would be the D-Stress, D like David Stress. That's a B complex with some herbs in it that helps the body handle the net negative effects of psychological stress, whether it's mild, moderate, or extreme. So the Healthy Blood Sugar Pack, extra EFAs in the form of the EFA Plus, extra white liquid calcium, and the D-Stress. Now, for him also, for you, me, and for everybody, he's got to clean up his diet, and I got to tell you, that is virtually impossible to do when you're in the military. But, you got to start somewhere. So just tell him to have the hamburger, not the bun, the hot dog, not the bun, right? Have the mashed potatoes instead of the French fries, right? He can take small steps towards being gluten-free. Tell him if he's going to drink beer, then to drink Corona beer, or whatever, right? There's things that he can do for a workaround in this regard.
Right. They also have Budweiser has a gluten-free beer, right?
Yeah, they do. It's called Red something. I forget the name of it.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot of, and that's starting to become a, more and more of an available thing, right? But I mean, I don't know where he's posted, and I don't know what they have in the PX or whatever. But whatever he can do, whatever he can do is going to help him, right?
Right. Okay.
And I got to tell you something, man. If you can get somebody in active military duty, like who's a Navy SEAL or who's an Army Ranger or who's in Special Forces, or even just grunts in the military, ground troops who are carrying heavy physical loads and, doing really intense physical stuff all day long, if you can hook them up with the Rebound FX, they feel such a remarkable difference in their day-to-day activities that within a month the entire base is going to be taking the stuff, because there's such a remarkable difference, especially if you're deployed in places that are really, really hot, like Afghanistan in the summer.
Right. Well, young lady I was just talking to has a room here where I work at. Her brother, or I believe it was her brother, she just told me he's got PTSD and depression and bipolar. And so I'll be talking to him hopefully this weekend. She said he wants some help. So he was in the military, and she said they really didn't know it. He kept it hidden. But now when I told her about Doc and you, she passed it on to him the other day, and he was like, yeah, I definitely want to get some help,
Well, thank God he kept it hidden. Because the only thing that the MDs have for this is really nasty psych drugs. I mean, really nasty. The drugs are worse than the disease. No kidding.
Absolutely.
I mean, no kidding. And, I'm not against drugs, man. You know my whole thing, right? It's not the gun, it's how it's used. It's not the drug, it's how it's used. But the psych drugs are anything but sane. They're insane, which is, again, one of life's greatest ironies. Anthony, you're the greatest, man. Keep up the good work.
God bless you, sir.
All right, I'll see you in the future, God willing. Hey, our old friend Bill from Alaska's back. Let's go on up to Alaska, if for no other reason than to make me feel a little bit better, because it's probably colder in Alaska than it is here. Hey, Bill, thanks for the call. You are live. How are you, Bill?
It's probably about 30, 35 here.
Oh, man. Now I'm really depressed, because it's in the 20s here. It's colder in Alaska than it is here. Oh, my God. Shoot me now.
I've got some questions about gluten.
I'm ready.
I've heard Dr. Wallach say that constipation is a sign of gluten intolerance.
It can be.
And I've heard him say the skin rash is a sign of gluten intolerance.
It can be.
Is there a test that I can take to the people here at the nursing home and say, look, I have a gluten intolerance?
No, there's no testing that's available right now that is sensitive and specific enough to tell people that they have a gluten intolerance. It doesn't exist, and that's a problem. What we go by is good, new-fashioned common sense and clinical experience and understanding. So when we have people with gastrointestinal problems and we eliminate gluten from their diet, most, if not all of the time, they get better and improve dramatically. So there's no objectified testing that can be done to dial this in. The best thing that you could do is get a letter from a doctor who's licensed in your state to say, look, this guy needs to be on a gluten-free diet, and send it to the people there. Naturopathic medicine is licensed in your state. Naturopathic medicine is licensed and regulated in your state.
Yes.
You may be able to find a local naturopathic doctor who'd be willing to do that for you. And if I was licensed in the state of Alaska, I'd do it for you. But I'm not. I'm licensed in the state of Minnesota.
Okay.
So you just go into the kitchen and slap those people around, man. Tell them, look, I can't eat gluten, period. Just give me something else, for goodness sake.
They have said that it's almost impossible to go gluten-free.
Yeah, tell them you'll give them $1,000 a month. Don't, but tell them you'll give them $1,000 a month, and then watch them change their tune. and then see how easy it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. They're not motivated. They're lazy. They don't give a crap. They think you're nuts, and they think you're just complaining, and they don't care about your well-being or your health, which begs the question, what the hell are they doing in that type of a job in the first place? They're supposed to be taking care of people, and it's nuts. It's nonsense, Bill. It's nonsense.
Doing it the easiest way they can.
I know, right? I mean, that's like, I don't know. It's nothing but trouble in River City here. Nothing but trouble.
I've got some questions about supplements.
All right, fire when ready.
Selenium. I'm 150 pounds. How much selenium should I take?
3 bottles a day. Or 3 bottles a month, that's 9 a day. 3 with breakfast, 3 with lunch, 3 with dinner.
And how about de-stress?
Hard to say. I would do at that body weight 1 bottle of de-stress a month.
Okay.
Is that it?
All right.
William, you're the greatest, man. I appreciate you. You sound better today. How do you feel?
I'm doing okay.
All right, very good. You keep calling us, brother. We're rooting for you. Everybody in the listening audience here is rooting for you. And do something about the weather in the Midwest here. Could you make a phone call? Get somebody to do something about the weather.
I'll do what I can.
All right, William. I appreciate you. Keep up the good work. Elaine in Montana is up next. Oops, no, she's not, because it's the end of this segment. I'll pick up Elaine's question at the beginning of the next. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. This is Fire Your MD Now. Visit the website, please, fireyourmdnow.com. Become an insider. Become a subscriber to my online health recovery series. Become a longevity member with us. Give us a call, 855-347-3696, if you want specific info about what we do. 855-347-3696. Stick around. Dr. Peter Glidden here, Friday, February 21st, 2014. Now we can go to Montana and talk to Elaine. Hey, Elaine, thanks for the call. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. I have 2 questions. And the first one is about a 24-year-old girl. She has low blood pressure, and I don't know the exact numbers, how low it goes, but it goes low enough that she passes out at times, and she's literally incapacitated. Her mother has to stay with her because she may fall over at any given time, and she has these low blood pressure episodes several times a day. And her uncle I'm working with her uncle, and we just got her started on a basic pack for her weight, but he thinks that in his research it could have to do with adrenal problems, so we also got her on de-stress. What are your thoughts on that, and what do you think it might be causing this?
Well, how old is she?
She's 24, and she's been to many doctors, and they don't know any answers, and they say there's nothing wrong with her heart.
Well, I know, and so I could talk for 5 hours about that, right? So strong and persistent symptoms, but nothing's wrong. So
right.
There are only 2 possibilities. Either the doctor's diagnostic stuff is not up to speed and the doctors are incompetent, or the girl is lying. Those are the only 2 possibilities. The girl's not lying, so therefore the doctors are incompetent. And the fact that they're okay with their incompetence makes the situation much worse. I mean, they're okay with it. They don't know. They don't care. They can't figure it out. They tried their best. Go home. Get out of my office. I don't know. Leave me alone. Whatever. It's unbelievable, the hubris that this profession engenders. I mean, it's breathtaking in its So, how long has she had it?
It's been going on for several months.
And was there a precipitating event, like her dog died and then she started having blackouts, or was there, a car accident or anything that happened immediately before?
No, in fact, I did ask her uncle that because, I thought maybe there was some traumatic experience that caused the body to just go into some kind of shock or something, but he said nothing out of the ordinary. No, she's a college-age girl, but she can't even attend school now because of these episodes, and they're every single day, and their blood pressure drops extremely low.
All right, so here's what needs to happen. She needs to have a blood test done called hemoglobin A1C.
Okay.
She needs to get a test. It's a blood test. You're going to have to stick her in the arm and draw some blood. It's hemoglobin A1C. They can order that themselves. They don't have to go to the doctor to do it. At mdlabtests.com. I doubt very much that they've done this test, but I think this is possibly a blood sugar issue.
Okay, rather than blood pressure, you think that it's the blood sugar that could cause the blood pressure to drop?
Well, I know that it could be, yeah.
Okay,
there's an intimate relationship between the two. I'd go there before I went down the adrenal road.
Okay.
But also look to see if there's been other things that she did, like did she start doing hot yoga? Did she start doing aerobics? Did she start doing P90X? Did she change her diet? Okay. Did she all of a sudden find Monster drinks or Red Bull and start pounding that stuff down? I mean, these things that college kids do or, people in their 20s do just normally, it doesn't make sense to me that this should have started all of a sudden out of the blue for no reason. I bet you that she was doing something different physically. Now, notwithstanding that, right, what we want to do here is give extra calcium into the bargain. Okay. So do the Healthy Start Pack and selenium appropriate for body weight, 1 extra bottle of calcium a month, and get the blood checked, to get the hemoglobin A1C checked, okay?
Okay. We'll move forward with that then. We got her started on basic nutrition, and we'll move forward with those recommendations. And I'll try to get more information if there's anything that was just hidden there that I didn't find.
Well, have the girl call me. I mean, is she shy?
I don't know. I've been talking to her uncle, so I guess maybe a little bit.
Well, yeah, have her give me a call, and because we can get more straight from the horse's mouth, and it's always easier that way, right?
I will do that. The other question is a man in his 60s. A few years ago, he had a terrible, catastrophic hemorrhagic stroke. It was deep inside behind his brainstem. And, of course, he had very little chance of survival. But, sometimes trauma and sometimes those things, they're exceptionally good at saving people. So they packed him in ice. They did all kinds of things. They saved his life. He's made a long trip back, and he's doing really well. He's on the longevity products now, just recently, a few months, and doing really well. And he's functioning a pretty high level, but he'd like to just keep coming further back. The question is, they don't know for sure. The doctor said it could have been a birth defect.
All right. Hold that thought, Elaine. Hard break coming up. Stick around, folks. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're enjoying this fine Friday here in the great central plains of the United States, where winter is digging in and refusing to relent. What's it like up in Montana, by the way, Elaine, weather-wise?
Dr. Glidden, I was just thinking about that, and I thought, I hate to tell you, it's 30 degrees here.
Wow. It's a good thing my gun's not loaded. I tell you what. My
Well, if any
goodness.
consolation, we did have 22 below about a week ago.
Well, I feel much better now.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
All right. Yeah.
So this gentleman, he survived a catastrophic hemorrhagic stroke. Now, the reason, I'm calling you because I want to see what you think about this, but they were a little concerned. I've got them on a really good program with the basic healthy body pack and the selenium and the EFAs, glucogel, Z-Radical, very strong program. Lots of triple treat chocolate for antioxidants because he just wants to get as good as he can get, and he's really doing very well considering what happened. The stroke was deep in behind the brainstem, and the doctors don't know if it maybe would have been a birth defect in a vessel, and I'm wondering if it was copper deficiency or what was going on, and I don't think he could go wrong with the non-essential nutrients. But the question they have is, EFAs in a larger amount. For his weight, about 200 pounds, I'm having him take 6 a day, and then they ask about Smart FX as well. Because the EFAs tend to make the blood flow a little smoother, maybe a little thinner, I'm not sure. Is that a danger after a stroke like that, or what do you think?
Well, one of Dr. Wallach's lawsuits against the Food and Drug Administration was so that we could say that essential fatty acid supplementation virtually eliminates the risk of stroke.
Right.
So now there are different types of stroke, and I'm not sure whether or not the essential fatty acid thing here was included under the umbrella of hemorrhagic stroke.
Right.
It's hard to say. So what I would recommend is you call Dr. Wallach and ask him, or better yet, I'm scheduled to talk to Doc later on today, or tomorrow, actually. So I'll float this question by him. Call me back on Monday, and I'll give you the answer straight from the horse's mouth. But here's the deal, okay? Essential fatty acids are essential. The body needs them. Now, the only thing to worry about here is, how much is he going to get, because too much is not good. But honestly, with all of the Coumadin that everybody in the world is on, if thinning the blood increased the chances of people getting hemorrhagic strokes, then there would be hundreds of thousands of cases of hemorrhagic stroke every year because everybody and their brother is on Coumadin.
That's right.
So I doubt very much that there's a problem here. I doubt very much that there's a problem here. And also, don't forget, you probably know this and you're probably on this, selenium supplementation reduces the recovery time from post-stroke by 50%.
Oh, so, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, that was published, and that was mainstream. I think it was Harvard. I don't know who did that. I'm making things up here. But that was mainstream medical research. And his medical doctor should know that. And because that's not coming from the holistic camp. That's coming from straight MD land. I think it was published in JAMA or the New England Journal of Medicine. But selenium supplementation reduces the recovery time from stroke by 50%. So he needs to be on selenium, and you might get a 2-for-1 there because the selenium supplement from Youngevity has copper in it, and the blood vessels need copper to not burst, right?
Right, for sure.
So, yeah.
Well, I have him on 2 bottles of selenium already, but at 200 pounds, maybe we could even up that.
Give him 4. Give him 4.
Okay.
For sure. Well, no problemo there. And I've got no problem. I can tell you, as a fact, there's no problem whatsoever with 6 EFAs a day. At 200 pounds, it's no problem there whatsoever.
That's what I thought.
Does he have
Smart FX? I was thinking of the Smart FX just to kind of help the brain even further recover, because apparently the oil in the Smart FX is really exactly what the brain needs. So that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, the phosphatidylserine. Yeah, that's a very good idea, actually.
Okay.
I've got no problem with that either. Does he have other symptoms of copper deficiency, like, thin skin or white or really gray hair?
No, he really doesn't. And he's several years past this stroke. It was just a catastrophic happening. Yeah. For some reason, this vessel just burst wide open. And so it might have been something structurally with the vessel. But, I think we're covering all the bases with the copper and the 9 essential nutrients. I would agree. So, if it were me, that's what I would do, right? Okay, but that's good news. I did not know that about the recovery time from stroke with the selenium. So I love selenium, and I highly promote it. So that's wonderful. I will get them on a little more selenium, and I'll call you back on Monday, and we'll see. All right, Elaine. I'll look forward to it. Appreciate you. Keep up the good work in Montana. Glidden. You're welcome, Elaine. It's my pleasure. All right, from Montana to Utah, we're staying in the Northwest. Oh, and I dropped the call. I hit the wrong button. Oh, my goodness. That must have been a Freudian slip because it's Friday. Oh, my goodness. Montana, call me back. No, not Montana. Utah. Utah, call me back. Call me back, Utah. I'm so sorry about that. All right. Kansas looks like is up next. Let's talk to Cheryl in Kansas. Hey, Cheryl. Because of my itchy trigger finger, you are live.
Okay. Well, I'm the lucky one then. I have some friends, a couple friends that have COPD.
Yeah.
And one has COPD with lung cancer.
Yeah.
So, what do you suggest?
Well, selenium supplementation reduces the occurrence of lung cancer by 30-something%. I think it's 37%, even if you're a smoker. So, selenium supplementation is extremely important for lung health. And selenium supplementation reduces lung cancer by a remarkably high degree. So remember, we don't treat cancer. It's illegal to treat cancer. We don't treat disease here. All that we do is provide foundation medical nutrition to support the body's ability to bounce back. Now, from our point of view, COPD is asthma on steroids. Oh, it's asthma, and as a result of steroids. COPD is bad. It's asthma that's broken bad, right? And so why do people get asthma? From our point of view, it's an essential fatty acid deficiency and consistent consumption of foods which are pro-inflammatory. So what I recommend to support lung function in this case would be the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. And inquiring minds want to know, why would you do that, Dr. Glidden? Because it should have been named the Healthy Brain, Heart, and Lung Pack. It was a misnomer. So the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, 1 Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, and 1 selenium per 100 pounds of body weight per month. 1 bottle of a brand new product Longevity has called Immortalium, and 1 bottle of Ultimate Daily Capsules a month. 1 bottle of Ultimate Daily Capsules a month. Plus eliminate the 10 bad foods. And people with COPD should experience on this program an increase in their breathing rate every 4 to 6 weeks. Every 4 to 6 weeks. And remember, this isn't really a COPD treatment. It's a treatment for the person who has the COPD. And because it's holistic, we expect to notice improvement across the board. Mood, energy, appetite, bowel movements, etc., etc., etc. We want to see something dramatically improve, within 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Usually it's within 4 weeks in order to know that the program is working. Now, it might take 2 years for her lungs to optimize their function. But into the bargain, there's going to be little bits of improvement every couple of weeks, right? You don't plant a tomato seed on Monday and expect to be eating a tomato on Friday, right? It takes a while for the seed to mature and grow and then to ripen into a fruit. So it takes a while for the body to fix itself, especially if they've been suffering for decades from something. But that's basically the recommendation here. The Healthy Brain, Heart, and Lung Pack, selenium, and then the Ultimate Daily Capsules, plus the Immortalium. That's a really good start to optimizing lung health. And there's an essential oil called Ravensera, R-A-V like Victor, E-N, S like Sam, E-R-R-A, Ravensera would be a good thing for this person to take.
Okay, now this Heart, Brain, and Heart Pack, or Healthy Brain and Heart Pack.
The Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, yep.
Now, does it have the EFAs in it, and how many would they take?
Yeah, so who told you about this show, Cheryl?
Oh, Dr. Glidden, I met you a long time ago. I've got your book, and I've been listening to you for a long time.
Well,
and I'm a Longevity distributor.
You are?
But I'm not under you.
Well, all right. So on my website, if you become a Dr. Glidden Insider, it's $20 a month.
I am one.
Well, then, all right. So I did a whole webinar on the dosages, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm a fairly new one, so I haven't listened to all your archives.
Oh, okay. Well, the basic rule of thumb here, right, is it's 1 healthy pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, 1 bottle, it's 2 scoops a day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In the White Liquid Calcium, 1 bottle, it's 1 ounce a day. Mm-hmm. You just divide the number of doses that are in each bottle by 30, because 30 days in a month mostly.
Okay.
And with the EFAs, there's 90 in the bottle, so 90 divided by 30, that's 3, so it would be 3 a day, and that's how we figure out the dosages.
Okay. All right.
It's easy.
Very good.
All right, Cheryl, you're the greatest. I appreciate your support very, very much. Keep up the good work. Have a wonderful weekend.
Okie dokie. See you later. Bye-bye.
All right. Okie dokie, artichokey. Adam, he called back. Thank you. I don't feel so bad now, Adam. Thanks for calling back. You are live.
Hey, Dr. Glidden, how you doing? I'm a long-time listener. Just became an insider just yesterday, and I love your webinars. Those are awesome.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. That's very kind of you. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, they're awesome. But I've been doing longevity. I've been on the healthy bone and joint packs for. I've suffered I live with chronic pain in my lower back and my mid back. And I've been doing the healthy bone and joint pack for probably about 2 or 3 months now. I've gotten rid of all the 10 bad foods. I've been doing everything I'm trying to do to just recover, but I think I'm missing something. I'm not quite dialing it in because this chronic pain in my lower back and my mid back is just it's just hanging on. It doesn't seem to relent. So, and now in the previous shows, I mean, I've heard several of your shows say, you got to up the ante on selenium. I've even heard you say, you can also put Knox gelatin in your tangy tangerine, and, that can go a long ways to help you. I've actually incorporated that where I'm 200 pounds when taking 2 healthy bone joint packs. I'm putting my Knox gelatin in my tangy tangerine. I'm only taking about 5 selenium morning and night. I haven't taken the full 15, like I guess is recommended per day for my body weight and size. But what else can I do? I guess my question is, what else can I do to dial this in to help my body just kick this in the butt and get rid of this?
Well, do you know what caused it?
Yeah, my daughter jumped on me. We're playing on a trampoline, and I was kind of sitting Indian style. She jumped on me and overextended my back, and so I ripped my L4, L5 disc, but I didn't bulge it. I didn't blow it out. It just ripped and then started paying down my leg and then my back.
All right. Excellent, Adam. Appreciate that heads up. You hang on. I'll finish the show out with you when we come back from this break. Welcome back, everybody. Finishing out this week with Adam from Utah. Let me pot Adam back up. Adam, you still with me?
There you go.
Come in, Adam. Are you there?
I'm here.
All right. So, look, we're going to do a homeopathic interview over the phone. We're going to do it right now. It's going to take about 3 minutes. And then I'm going to tell you which homeopathic medicine may help you kind of kick this one and get over it faster. Are you game to do that?
I'm fine with that. Sounds good.
All right. So this is going to be a lot like a Rorschach test, right? I show you an ink blot, and you say the first thing that's on your mind, all right? We're going to do this rapid fire. So here we go. Can you describe the pain in your back to me? Is it burning? Is it gripping? Is
burning.
It biting? Is it stabbing? Is it digging? What's it feel like?
Burning and just burning, aching.
It's a burning, aching pain. Is it associated with any type of spasticity or rigidness in your low back?
Yes, it's spastic.
Okay, and is it all of the time, or does it come and go?
All the time. It comes and goes within frequency. Like, it might be at 7, but then go down to a 3, and then up to a 10, and so it comes and goes in the severity of pain.
And do you feel it in your pelvis, or do you feel it in your low back?
I feel it actually in my SI joints, and then down my my low back. That's where the SI joints are, and then down back of my legs.
Both legs? It goes down both legs?
Yeah, it goes down both legs.
And what makes it worse? Is there anything that you can do, like sitting, walking, laughing, coughing, sneezing, lying on your left side, lying on your right side? Anything make it worse?
Maybe sitting long periods of time.
Okay. Does anything make it better?
Laying down, sleeping, walking. Walking seems to kind of help it.
Oh, is that right? Walking helps it. And lying down?
Well, walking helps more than lying down, but lying down does help it more than sitting.
Okay, very good. Does an application of cold or an application of heat make a difference?
No, not a whole lot. I've tried to go back and forth, and it doesn't seem to help either way. But if I'm gonna say one or the other. I'd probably say cold would help the most.
And does urination make a difference with the pain, one way or the other?
Possibly urination helps it. Possibly.
Okay, good. All right, very good. All right, hold on. Well, let me see what I've got. I'm going to have some more questions here. So the pain extends down into your legs. Does it go to your knee? Does it go to your ankle? Does it go to your toes? How far down does it go?
It goes down to the back of my knee on both of my legs.
Okay. Very good. All right, wait a minute.
It used to go all the way down to the bottom of my foot, but that's since receded. That doesn't happen anymore. So.
All right. How long ago did this happen?
About 3 years ago, about 2010, in the summer of 2010.
Oh, is that right? Okay, and you're absolutely positively sure it was from that trauma.
Yeah, I did do some other therapies to try help me, naturopath therapies. I don't know if you've ever heard of prolotherapy.
Yeah, you did. They did. You let them inject that stuff, so that didn't do anything, did it?
Well, no, not a whole lot. Didn't help me.
Okay, hold on.
I think that probably made it worse, actually. Probably put, more inflammation, more pain there,
Yeah. Have you noticed that weather makes a difference here? Weather one way or the other?
I think I do better when it's warmer, maybe, than cold.
Can you predict a rainstorm because your back starts to hurt more?
No.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Homeopathic Nux Vomica, Nux-V like Victor O, M like Mary, ICA, Homeopathic Nux Vomica. Take 2 pellets 4 times a day for 7 days. 2 pellets 4 times a day for 7 days, and call me back. You have to up the ante with the glucogel, man. You have to take the glucogel appropriate for body weight, okay? We're out of time, Adam. Give that a run and call me back next week and give me a report. I'm actually kind of excited for you. Thanks again, folks. We're out of time. God willing and the creek don't rise, I'll back in the saddle next Monday. Till then, live long and prosper.